Me? Y'all know I'm in the Scion, man. Anyway, just for the record, I want to say to people, I hate running, but you have to do some type of cardio in your life. Not too much, not too less, but just enough to reciprocate, balance your bloodstream and your air and oxygen intake and how your body mixes blood and oxygen and O2. And then how it digests and maintains and trains your metabolism. A good metabolism is a good thing. Just like you ever notice when you lock a dog up in the yard, that dog gets out, it wants to run free because it wants to really feel exuberant, it wants to exhilarate its energy, you know? It feels the need to get out there and get it, you know? Every now and then you need to feel the need to get out there and get it. We're gonna talk about today is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is a motherfucker. What is the king of kinetics? I say the king of kinetics is water. And the queen of kinetics is mankind. It's like, what? Yeah, man. Think about it. You know, our earth rotates and around us is a moon, and the moon causes the effect of our waves and all these geological things that happens in our oceans, these belts, these tides, these undertows, all these things are affected by a gravitational pull. So water is a very kinetic element. Think about it. Bruce Lee talked about how water was. Water can suck you in, and then all of a sudden it can sustain itself. So just like a swimmer can propel itself through water, if that water decides it don't want you to swim, homie, I don't care how good you are. A tsunami is not the ideal thing for an Olympic swimmer. So another thing water provides is not only sustainment of life, but it allows sunlight to pass through it, or it contains darkness at the bottom of its depths. Feel me? Another thing water allows is that the movement and the motion of water can also give us energy. Whether it's powered by the sun, hydropower, whatever it may be, even gravitational fall from a waterfall can give us energy. I'm gonna stop picking, man. I noticed in one video, I had a corner, and y'all ain't tell me I had that motherfucking corner. So I'm gonna be doing this a lot. That was 20 minutes of having a corner in the side of your goddamn mouth. Stay on target. So we talk about the kinetic energy of water. Now, what is the difference between water and mankind? Well, of course, our women, our queens on this planet are capable of creating life. And men's jobs is to protect and sustain that life. Water can create life, water can sustain life, but water has been well known for taking life. I think water has taken more life throughout the history, whether it be biblical or real history, than it's actually given. You know, when you talk about parts per billion and actual quantities of water, water has taken more life than it's given. So that's why I say water is the king of kinetics. And what is the value of this topic? Because I'm gonna try to do something under 10 minutes. I hate the fact that I gotta give 20 minutes of delivery and spill. He's like, man, that's all the fuck you was trying to say. So, all right, so water is the kinetic, still talking. Water is the kinetic, and man is the queen of kinetic. When I say man, I mean man and woman. Us human beings is mankind. You have to be careful about what you're attracted to on television, and you have to be careful what you're attracted to on the internet. Why? Because when you do small gaming, or what you call is tracking, or this may not sound that great, but if you're the type of person that practices in the wood line, and you're a woodsman, whatever the hell you want to call it, not a person that chop down shit, but is capable of hunting, you're going to use a word that probably is not comfortable for American people. It's called stalking. When you're stalking your prey, somehow, because we got so many goddamn rapists out here, stalking just dropped in our format when it's really a hunting term. You know, it originated the Boy Scouts in 1908, something like that. All right, whatever. Anyway, people like us, we have the same kinetic energy. Just the same way water can go over rocks and cleanse itself, or it can hide the darkness, deep depth darkness and low visibility of the ocean, or it can let sunlight pass through so that things can be seen with clarity and beauty. Human beings have the same damn trait. And I'm gonna tell you why we have the same trait. We have the same trait because we see something like chauvinism is a big thing on the internet, but chauvinism has nothing to do with men saying the hell with women. Believe it or not, when Napoleon attacked the queen, the Black Queen of France, he came up with a word, the terminology that is kind of messed up was the feminist Red Army. I know, I'm gonna catch it, but you have to know the origins of words before you actually use them. Don't just take a term to something. Don't even take shit I give you. Look the shit up and find out what came first. Feminism came first, and chauvinism was put out to stop feminism. So feminism been around for a while. But the feminist Red Army that Napoleon had was to chop off the queen's head of France, which was a black woman. So when you say you're a feminist, you're pretty much saying off with the black woman's head. Yeah, that sucks. So chauvinism was made because men, women, and children, the Holy Trinity, decided to stop Napoleon's Red Army from being royalty in France. Go fucking figure. So the word chauvinism actually fucking means to protect your women and your children. So when you say a person is a male chauvinist, you're actually giving them a compliment. You're saying, you're a fucking man of man. You're a male chauvinist. And today, in our effeminate male society, when you hear the word chauvinist, you're like, oh, he sticks his hands up bitches' asses. No. No. I know that's a bad announcement. Like, what the fuck? No, but all right. So, you know, my energy's right back in the car. So, understand this. Countries like India, Pakistan, Mosul, Iraq, Afghanistan, these men fuck their women up. Sorry, they do. You gotta understand that these countries are in a tradition, and I'm gonna break it down real quick because I'm spending enough time on it, motherfucker. I should have diplomatic immunity or citizenship. These dudes, and I'm gonna catch hell, you know. One of my homeboys over there see it, like Basim. Basim sees this video, he's going to be very pissed. But a lot of these cats, man, believe it or not, it is okay for them to sexualize boys at a certain age. And what I mean by sexualize boys, it is common practice for a young man, age 5 to about 12 or 13, to be sodomized by a man, and that's cool. Like, it's all right, as long as we don't fuck with no pussy. What? You understand what I'm saying? So, in turn, this allows women to want to lust for a man. Like, come and get this. Come and hurry up, get this. Marry me, come get this. So you got a bunch of horny-ass women walking around who are getting their breast and nose chopped off for just trying to be the best women they can be. But the men are following this religious path, and that's why I told you, follow the timeline from the beginning. I'm following this religious path. I don't want to get on the whole religion thing, but following this religious path that is doing damage to the society. So it's okay for you to have anal sex with a little boy. He totally accepts it because once he becomes a man, you can't fuck him in the ass no more. But then the women say, okay, finally you to stop messing around with that boy pussy or asshole, and now you coming to get this real pussy, and now I can get pregnant and have some more children so you can fuck him in the ass too. I'm at a loss. So understand this, when you are dealing with news, international news that comes from other countries, and it's talking about how bad they men do to their women, trust me, a lot of us American men, we love y'all. We also love a lot of European, Asian, and other foreign women too, but we love y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all some bold motherfuckers, y'all talk shit, and this is the thing that most simps don't understand. I'm gonna be called a simp for this video, but I'm gonna tell you, most real men, we like a woman that's feisty, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be violent on me, but I like it when you, God damn it, and you know that fucking makes me mad, and I can't believe you did it. I like shit like that. The reason why I like shit like that, because that woman cares for you, man. That chick, she loves you, bro. That woman will go to bat for you, believe it or not. But you got these crazy ass mother out here just constantly checking your phone, they got issues. But I mean, when you piss a woman off, she lets you know you pissed her off, and she tells you about yourself, but she's not trying to break up the relationship, and then that argument can be fixed by, you know, either caressing, love making, a little bit of joking around or wrestling and stuff like that. Like I said, if a woman puts her hand on you, man, like trying to punch you in the face, rear naked choke, bro. Put her ass to sleep, wake up and say, man, did you see what happened? Oh my God. You're like, what? I can't tell you, man, because you will lose your mind. But if a woman tries to fight you, if you're dating a good sized woman, it's gonna be hard to do this. But I always say, man, grab by ankles, hold upside down, and knock your crotch back so they don't just grab your balls. And just shake them, motherfucker. Shake the fuck out. Shake the fuck out. Anyway, like, okay, back in the day when my wife and I were newlyweds and we were young and dumb, full of cum, under 25, if my wife got to ass with me, I would take off running. Yeah. I would run around the house. Like the outside of the fucking house. And the first couple times she started chasing me. So I'm running around the motherfucking house. Stop playing. And then I fucking hate your ass. So every time we got a little heated argument, man, I'd run around the fucking house. And pretty soon, you know, because I'm older than my wife. My wife started to understand, like, I see what he's doing. I get where he's coming from. I got to get certain things out of me in order for my relationship to go forward. Man, give these women a chance, okay? Especially our black women. Especially our black. I hear a lot of brothers talking about sisters got attitude, they hard to deal with. Let me tell you something, brother, and I mean this from the deepness of my heart. I'm talking about kinetic energy. And kinetic energy can be carried in the water. Therefore, the kinetic energy of that water can be carried in your bloodstream, which can be carried in your DNA. Our sisters have been raped by 7 different cultures and countries of men. Raped. Have been forced to have babies by people that beat them. Have been forced to breastfeed children that later on grow up and call them nigger and darky. You understand what I'm saying? And then our own men talking about, yeah, baby, I got the motherfucking cash. Get out there and get that fucking money. We done pimped our own goddamn women. You got brothers out here giving drugs to our women. We got people out here beating on our women. And then you got the cops of all motherfuckers got the nerve to UFC on a female. Let me tell you something real quick, people. And I'm trying to keep it on a positive note. The next time you see a cop beating up a woman, you see a cop shooting a child, you need to take that motherfucker to the bank and deposit his ass in a box. Now, if you don't get that code word, you'll figure out a deposit box has a key and it slides forward. And you lock it until somebody else either comes and checks it out or performs an autopsy. I am putting that public message out right now. But in order for us to properly do that, we have to know that the person that's being victimized ain't done nothing stupid. And that's what's wrong with our kinetic culture right now. We cannot take up for each other because we know Ray, Shauna, Charles, or she got a big mouth, or she like fighting men, and he like, man, kind of way, in a way, she kind of deserve it because she fucking fights and shit. So what am I talking about right now? Behavior. We need to watch what we think about these, and I'm gonna close it down. I know I'm about to hit the 15-minute mark. Think about this, man. The one precious element that you can give up besides love and sex, in that order, they all equal to a volume of time. Love is time, sex is time. Even violence is time. Time, T-I-M-E, like the goddamn magazine. When you sit in front of a TV, you watch a television. When you go to work, you're watching the clock. On your wrist is something called a watch. So the ancients know that as this planet spins around 800 miles an hour, and at 800 miles an hour, it takes 24 hours for us to do a complete rotation. They know that the most precious element is about time. And what I think kinetically, what the minds were saying with that calendar that's circular, is that shit's about to change, bro. See how the light shines on me when I'm telling you what's popping? Shit is about to change. Well, that could be the angle and azimuth of the Earth right now, the trajectory of the set ratio of the grid pattern and the coordinate, and the speed limit to which you're hitting. But the light still shine on me. All right? See how he agreed. See what I'm saying? God agreed. He, she, or it just agreed with me. So, all I'm simply saying, I don't time these videos by the sun. All I'm simply saying is this, man. Beware of bad kinetic energy. Beware of good kinetic energy. Beware of docile energy. Docile energy is shit that's just sedentary. Things are gonna go nowhere. The energy that you see from a flower, when you say, man, what is this pretty flower doing in here? It's not doing our goddamn thing. It's docile energy. Keep in mind that being human beings, we can absorb dark and light energy. Dark and light energy. Doesn't matter whether you're black and white. Dark and light energy. But I will tell you one chemical essence of science. As black and white people, we may share the same ability to absorb water, to breathe, but our physical attributes are totally different. Our physical composures are totally different. The way we address certain things. Most white people have a lot of drive to do things, even if it kills them. You won't find too many black people trying to jump fucking buses and jump off cliffs with parachute. We're not into putting our life in danger like that. But what we are doing is putting in a commitment to each other. Now, why did I bring this up? I want to let you know that when you're dealing with melanin and pigment, keep in mind that, like I said, black clothes are the cheapest clothes to buy because they're full of the most carbon. Any element, every element on this planet is full of carbon. But when you lack pigment, you're lacking carbon. So when you're lacking carbon, you're lacking life force. And when you're lacking life force, you're lacking empathy and sympathy. So that's probably what's going on with a lot of whites is their decision. That's why when they hang around black people, they feel better because they're gaining empathy and sympathy. We have some black people that's crazy too. We got some white people, we got Asian people, but it just seems to be for the past 500 years, it's been the same damn people, the yin and the damn yang. And if we fix this energy, will our life get better? I don't know. But all I can simply tell you is this. When it comes to kinetic, be careful of what you consume. Like I said, the movie Poltergeist was telling you, beware of the energies that are coming in your house through these screens, whether it be a flat screen, 32, 46. I mean, the bigger the screen, the bigger the amount of energy, right? It's like a big satellite dish sitting in the middle of your house. and it's pointed directly at you. Did I just motherfucking say it or do? Not will do. Or motherfucking do. I must got issues.